contractor just kept this place going.
These were so far that the eight when they put those in 82, so it'll pressure most of it, but a lot of it didn't.
Thank you all very much for taking the time to be out here. And it's 3 years of a mega drought, the driest on the West Coast in over 1,200 years, and we've now had 3 weeks of mega floods, some of the worst and most acute and damaging floods in California's history. Some approximating, though not quite as acute, as the 1862 Great Flood in California. The scale and the scope of these floods is hard to understand unless you get out. And that's why I couldn't be more grateful to the President for taking the time to come out again to the state of California, take a look firsthand at some of the damage. This has been challenging. 21 lives have been lost. That does not include that 5-year-old boy. We had over 200 search and rescue folks out there over the course last week plus. The only thing they found is that one shoe, that one Nike shoe. And we won't give up until we find Kyle. And hopefully, miracle of miracles, he'll be okay. But 21 known deaths so far. President, it is an honor to have you back here. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Well, Governor, you and I got to stop taking these helicopter rides. We've made a bunch of them. You've been hit. If anybody doubts the climate is changing, then they must have been asleep for the last couple of years. We told the governor that we do everything we can, whatever he needs. Maybe the thing that's most needed in these times is a sense of hope that everything's going to be able to be done, everything's going to be able to be fixed. I want to say what I said then, and I'll say again. The federal government's not leaving its responsibility till it's all fixed, it's done. We did an aerial tour of the damage, and unlike when we did the aerial tour of the fires, it's not as obvious from the air just how much damage has been done. We flew over the entire area in parts of the state, they got more rainfall in a single day than they get in an entire year in parts of the state. Drenching rains, powerful winds, floods, landslides, but you don't feel it till you walk the streets or when you're able to walk. And, toppling of thousands of trees, 200,000 customers lost their power through the storms. Now, it's less than 5,000, but it's still 5,000 people don't have power. 20,000 blankets, 10,000 cots for shelters. And will be disaster recovery centers in every impacted area. While the situation is still treacherous, we're cautiously optimistic that the worst part is behind. The waters recede, but we'll see the full extent of the damage to the homes, the businesses, and the farms and ranches. And we know some of the destruction is going to take years to fully recover and rebuild. But we got to not just rebuild, we got to rebuild better. We got to rebuild better for the future disasters, reduce the damage they cause, and the people's lives and livelihoods that are affected. Since I became president, we've spent $9 billion in disaster assistance to California for the extreme weather events they've had to go through. $9 billion, and these weeks have shown the compounding effect of the disasters. For example, places that were ravaged by past wildfires are now at a higher risk of landslides. Extreme weather caused by climate change means stronger and more frequent storms, more intense droughts, longer wildfire seasons, all of which threaten communities across California. So we have to invest in stronger infrastructure to lessen the impacts of these disasters because they become cumulative in a sense. And paying overtime for first responders for the next 60 days. To the people in California, I say it again, the country is here for you and with you. We are not leaving till things are built back and built back better than they were before. You can recover from storms. We'll be with you every step of the way. And I mean that sincerely, every step. I mean that sincerely, every step. God bless you all, and may God protect our first responders, who we owe more than I can take time to talk about today.